How are you? My name is Xebian Smith. I'm going to be talking to you today in reference to the article and assignment that was given in reference to the Elkhart case regarding the four teenagers. In my opinion of this case, there was a lot of different angles going on with the case, both from prosecution side and defense side. And just to answer the question on whether I think personally with the charge that was given to these four teenagers was actually the rightful ones for them. In my personal opinion, in looking from a legal standpoint, I don't think that those charges of being conducted as a felony charge was the correct manner. And the reason I say this is because as you look at the facts of the case, you have to always stick to the facts of the case. These four teenagers, well, really there was five of them initially. They all was friends, according to the facts of this case. They all went into the home. One was shot by the homeowner. If me and my friends, just going to use for example, if we go into your home and it's five of us and we have the intent to come in to steal, which is what which was the five teenagers, what they was intended on doing was to burglarize this home, not knowing whom it was, just in the local city or town, and we go into your home and you shoot one of the five. Me personally, it is not my fault or my friend's fault if one of the other persons got shot. Why? Because we know right from wrong. We knew what we was getting ourselves into. We knew that we was going to commit a crime. We knew we was doing something that was not right and something that was illegal and something unlawful. So therefore, that was a voluntary act legally. It was nothing involuntary. It's not like one forced another one to go. They all chose to take that leap and to go and commit that crime. And it was a specific intent, to commit this crime, which brings upon mens rea and actus reus regarding this case. And to me, just to kind of like to describe the book, in the textbook, it tells us common law definition of intent of mens rea causes a social harm of offenses, meaning these young boys socially was harming another person. They have the intent to go ahead and steal from another individual. And I don't think personally, though it's sad one teenager got shot, though it's sad, this is not the other young one's fault of what happened to him, because he placed himself in harm's way. Each of them placed themselves in harm's way. And I know that it was a lot of controversy issues going on with this case, and this case was very interesting. Like I said, it was different angles. But one thing, like I said, I think conspiracy also can be brought into play. And the reason why I say that is because I know a lot of people look at conspiracy just as focusing on murder, but it can also result into robbery and stuff like that, or rape or something of that nature. And I think also they all was an accomplice in regards to this case, because they all chose to, like I said, go commit a crime. No one told them specifically, go commit this crime, or they didn't put a gun to one of each other's heads and say, hey, go commit this crime. No, they all chose that crime to do together. And I'm just going to read a couple Bible scriptures as well to tie into the case. It's about stealing. And Ephesians 4:28 states, let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to those that need it. Exodus 20:15 states that thou shalt not steal, which we know is one of the 10 commandments. Leviticus 19:11 states, ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie to one another. Proverbs 10:2 states, treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivered from death. Exodus 22:7, and I'm going to kind of stop right here with Exodus 22:7 because I'm going to relate it back to the law. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it to be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. Now, let's just dwell on that, on just that scripture. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. Now, we know that we live in a society where we live by not only just the common law and the law of the land, but we also have our religious laws, which also are brought into play in the courthouse, depending on the circumstances of the case and whether it is substantial or not regarding the case. But in this case, I think that these Bible scriptures really kind of like hit it right on the nail. And the reason I'm saying is because though the homeowner had every right to make a shot because he felt himself being in harm's way, he had every right to. That's self-defense. But I shouldn't steal from you. You shouldn't steal from me. We are supposed to love one another. And that's not right for those teenagers to be committed for murder for their friend when his friend placed himself in harm's way. They should be charged with burglarizing and breaking and entering. And that's my point of view of it. They broke and entered someone's house, and that's what they should be charged with. And that's what I have to say. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.